Hello, my name's Steve Morris. I wrote a book called Do It Yourself, A History of Music in Medway, and I'm doing some video chats with people from around the area. Today I'm with Glenn Prangnell, or Groovy Uncle as he sometimes likes to be known, and just going to have a chat about his life and work.
My life?
Yes,
well.
Your life and work. Yeah.
Work?
Well, we were talking just now, you don't know what you're doing. So, you're Medway born and bred?
Yeah.
Yep.
Strong in arm, thick in head.
Okay, fair enough. So you've been around a while. What was the first record you bought?
The very first record I ever bought with my own money would have been a song called My Love by Paul McCartney and Wings.
Okay.
In 1973.
Right.
I did have records before that,
Yeah.
but they were things I inherited or had as presents.
Yeah.
But the first one I ever actually went out and bought was My Love.
Okay. And do you stand by that choice? Would you buy it
Yeah, that's a
again?
great song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I like a bit of easy listening, So
Yeah.
I think John Lennon called that song. He said he slagged it off by saying it was something like Engelbert Humperdinck would have recorded. But I'm alright with that. But that's good. It's good melody,
Yeah, yeah.
And it's those sort of songs that I listen to and sort of I like a good tune. I've got no snobbery about
Yeah.
The Buzzcocks write good tunes and the Arctic Monkeys write good tunes, but Baccarat writes good tunes. I don't really care.
Yeah, yeah. And what was it that first made you want to pick up a guitar and try doing it for yourself?
Well, I didn't particularly have that ambition. It was only probably like a lot of kids. I think I probably had that fantasy of, wouldn't it be great to be in a group?
Yeah.
So I was listening to the Beatles or whatever, and I think, that'd be great. But I didn't think I wouldn't aspire to do it. I just thought that's a great dream. Wouldn't that be good? But other people do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I just leave that to other people.
Because I think I remember when I interviewed you before, you said you were the shyer one of your family.
Yeah, I was always pretty shy and quiet. My brother's, probably my younger brother, is much more outgoing, and I think if anyone in the family was going to be in a group, it would have been him. I think that's what everyone would have thought, but it turned out to be me. But I didn't have any particular desire to get up in front of people. I like listening to music. I like the idea of, and still do, I like the creative process. I was interested in music rather than I want to be a pop star. I was never really into that.
Yeah.
But somehow I can't remember the moment when I did really sort of say I'd like to learn the guitar. I think maybe it was on a whim. I said to my mum and dad, because I think when I was a kid I had piano lessons, and that was okay for a while, but I just want to do something that was a bit more instant, so 3 chords. I'll learn a few chords on the guitar. So, but it was when I was about 16, I started learning properly.
Yeah.
I say properly. I started learning.
Yeah.
And it just went from there. Then I probably wrote the first song when I was about 19. And this was still prior to being in a band.
Yeah.
I still had that notion that it was just like, well, other people do this. I'm mucking about at it,
Yeah.
It wasn't until probably a couple of people maybe said, they're quite good. You should get in a band,
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought maybe I should then, but I still didn't know anything about being in a band. Didn't know what it meant really.
So, was your first band the Offbeats, or was there anything?
That was the first band, in late '82, so early '83.
My love, she got something in everything she do. Me, I'm never happy, 'cause I've always got the blues.
An advert, wasn't it? You put out.
It was in Beatles Monthly magazine I put out an ad, because I didn't know, unlike people like Graham Day and Wolf and Johnny Barker and Alan Cropper, they sort of kind of knew each other. They knew music. I didn't know any musicians.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school with it. At the time, I wasn't aware anyway.
Yeah.
I was, didn't have any friends that were musicians. I was just like,
Yeah.
so I didn't say like, oh, let's all form a band. Let's do the show right here. And it was never like that. It was always a bit difficult. So I put this advert in, and Martin Adams turned up, lead guitar.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I met the others. We just like formed this band anyway.
Peter Jordan as well.
Pete Jordan
Yeah.
and Ian Harris on drums. All really good musicians, and I instantly felt completely out of my depth. Just thought, oh bugger. But you've got to be, have a bit of swagger and act like you know what you're doing. I didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
I still haven't got a clue.
So you had an album in rhythm off beat, didn't you?
Yeah, we recorded an album. And sort of started to record a second album, but was never released. And we gigged more than we were into recording, really. We did. I mean, I remember at the time we used to complain that there weren't enough venues and we weren't gigging. And when I look back now, I think actually compared to now, we used to gig a lot.
Yeah.
But we didn't really play out. We did a Belgian tour.
Yeah.
But we never played in London. We never played over here. We never played outside of Medley.
Yeah. You got on telly in Belgium, didn't you? There's YouTube footage.
Yeah, there's YouTube footage of that. We'll just come back to bite us in the arse. As these things do, you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good fun, and that's when it all kicked off. Yeah. So it was early 80s.
Yeah. And that was kind of following your love of sort of Beatlesy kind of 60s
Yeah,
sound.
it always was. I mean, I don't know anything else. I don't know how to do anything else. 3-minute pop songs. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I mean, people sort of go, "Oh, here he goes again," writing his funny little tunes. But I don't. That's what happens. I think whatever you do, as a songwriter or whatever, that you try to. I remember specifically in the offbeat days trying to write, because everyone used to say I was a bit Beatley, so desperately trying to write something that wasn't Beatley. I go, "I've nailed it," and then I play it and they go, "God, that's great. It sounds exactly like the Beatles." And of course it didn't, but that was what people would say, because that's just where it comes from. That's just that's how it is.
Yeah. So it wasn't anything to do with what was, say, going on with the Prisoners or the Milkshakes or anything like that? You
No, I mean, I like
doing your own thing. And
I wasn't aware of those bands early on. I just did what I did because that was the sort of music I was listening to. It wasn't until I got into the band scene and started going to gigs, I realised there's these other bands around that are doing this sort of stuff. So I didn't realise there was a scene. I mean, I knew there were bands, but we didn't call it a scene. You just thought, we were just bands playing in a local pub. It's only now that people know it was the scene.
Yeah. And then, so after the Offbeats, you formed the Craving A's.
I got $87.50 for breaking my back in two.
Yeah,
Was it about Smoker? Or?
No, I think that was Bruce's idea.
So this is Bruce Brand.
But no, this Offbeat's kind of just come to a natural end, and I'd sort of met Bruce a few years before, and just thought, it might be nice to do something together. And so we formed the Craven A's and did an album.
Was the meeting of the Beatles nut and the Kinks nut, as Bruce told me?
It was a bit like that. Yeah. So that's what we did. And it was just, again, didn't have a clue what we were doing. And played loads of gigs in front of no one.
Okay.
And released an album.
It was
on Hangman.
Yeah, because that was Bruce, who'd been in Milkshakes. There was you. Who else was?
Johnny Gorm on drums originally. John Barker on bass. Then Wolf came in on drums later on.
So it's kind of a super group in its own right of bands that had previously
Well, that's
been
one way of
around.
putting it.
Yeah. A mini super
We'll
group.
call it that.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
That ran from 80. We formed it in 87. Made the album. We recorded the album early 88, in February 88, and split up by 1990.
Yeah.
Reformed briefly to make an EP in 91, and that was it.
Yeah. There was, wasn't it? There was a rumour that Kurt Cobain got that album.
Yeah, personally, I think that's just a rumour. I don't believe a word of that. That's a great story. I think it's a load of old crap. Good story. I love telling it.
Yeah, let's say that he definitely did have that album.
Yeah, should we edit that?
He had that album. Yeah.
Yeah, he had that album.
He had several copies of it.
Yeah, he loved it.
He loved it.
Couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah. He was on the phone to you asking when are you doing another album?
Everyone said, "Oh, he mentioned you in an interview." I've never heard the interview or read it.
Well.
But we'll say it's true.
We'll just say it's true.
Yeah.
And then there was also Good Child as well. That was a bit of a departure from the sound that you've been following before.
Yeah, Good Child. That happened because I think for a while I was in a covers band with which was Johnny and the Bandits, which was Alan Crockford, Johnny Barker, me, and Wolf.
Yeah.
Originally had been Bruce. Then Bruce moved to London, and then I replaced Bruce, I think. And so we were doing covers, and Carter got fed up doing that. So we, John writes songs, I write songs, so we started doing originals,
Yeah, so it was Johnny and the Bandits and Good Child.
We made an album, 2 albums and a single, which was good. That was good fun, doing all that, and we did a few tours, and it was always a laugh. And a catalogue of disasters.
So
that was really good fun.
So it was sort of mid-90s-ish?
Yeah, early 90s to late 90s, I think.
Yeah.
I think 92 to 98 or something like that, I can't remember.
Because there's sort of elements of grunge and elements of sort of an REM-ish.
Yeah, it was just that we were just
and
ripping everything up, or trying to, just whatever was around, because there were, in the 90s, there was a lot of stuff I think we all liked, we were sort of influenced by, and we thought, oh, well, that's good, Whereas before, sort of in the 80s, we were none of us really liked 80s music very much. Who does? Controversial. But I didn't, but in the 90s there was a lot of stuff I think we liked and we were influenced by, and we said, let's, sort of, so it was a bit of grunge, bit of indie, bit of Britpop, whatever. And that was good. I got fond memories of that. That was good.
Yeah. Candlelight was the one that I was listening to earlier on, and I thought that's their Nirvana song then.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly it. It was kind of it was mining all those influences at the time,
Yeah.
Not doing it that well, but it's just good. It's got a charm about it. I still like to listen to it. It's quite good.
Yeah. So it's straight out of the fridge, wasn't it?
Straight out of the fridge. No, the second album was straight out of the fridge. First album was Elizabeth's Talking Straight to My Head.
Of course it is. I knew that.
It trips off the tongue, that title, doesn't it?
Where did those sort of titles come from?
John mainly, I think.
Yeah.
John came up with those, I think.
Yeah.
But it's such a good laugh, we did. It was a good laugh.
And then I think there's a bit of a break, and then you started doing your Groovy Uncle.
Well, it was a long break because when Good Child sort of folded in the late 90s, by then I sort of had enough, and I didn't, when nothing's kind of falling into place, it all feels a bit wrong, and I just thought, no, it's not, nothing's working. Probably everything's running its course. So I kind of said to myself, that's probably it now. I'm not going to do any more, and I just stopped.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't stop was writing songs. I stopped gigging, stopped being in bands, stopped having much to do with it all. But I always kept writing songs.
Yeah.
Because that was always the first thing I liked. As I said, I'd never wanted to be particularly in a band as such,
Yeah.
but I loved songs.
Yeah.
And so I had a few years of doing that. Then we get into the MySpace era, and I made these demos of a few songs, put them online,
Yeah.
and a few people heard them and said, "Oh, we should do something with these." I had no intention of doing anything.
Yeah.
It was just for fun, you know. But they said, "We should do stuff with this." Long story short, because it is a very long story. I'm sure you've all gone to sleep now. It's like Jack Hargreaves, isn't it, in his shed? Do you know what this is? And yeah, so I had these songs, people heard them and said, yeah, that's good. I hooked up with State Records, and I said, can I come down to your studio? They've got an analogue studio down by the seaside, and I thought, oh, it'd be good to record something properly again, maybe release a single, which we did. And then I thought, well, I've got a lot of songs, let's do an album.
Is that Monkey Trousers?
Monkey Trousers was the first single. It was just a bit of a giggle with Ben Jones and Paul Moss and Snowy, and it was great, you know.
Call me stupid, call me wise, call me anything you like, just call me.
And then State said, if you've got any more songs, let's put out an album. And that's how it all kicked off again. It wasn't a plan to do that. It was just, but then, of course, what happened was I thought, I've actually done myself a favour because I'm going to release some more records.
Yeah.
But because I've been writing for years, I've got a whole backlog of songs. I haven't got to work too hard. It's like, next.
Yeah. So you can.
I mean, I did write new songs as well, but
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily need to, you know. So.
Yeah.
And that's how it all kicked off.
So there's the single, then there's Play Something We Know is the first album that you put together.
Don't believe a great underachiever when he says enough's enough. Shoot the DJ when he says he's gonna play some really awesome stuff.
And then you get in touch with Susie Chunk.
Yeah. Well, that happened. I met Susie. That was via MySpace, and during recording of Play Something We Know, there were a couple of songs that didn't make it onto that album. That they didn't make it on the album for the reason that I thought they're not really, to me, they don't sound like a bloke song. They sound like they should be sung by a woman.
Okay.
I thought I must do them. I've got to put it in the back of my mind. I thought, well, Susie might be good, you know. And I thought, I don't know how we're going to do it yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't even asked her.
Yeah.
In fact, it took me 4 years before I asked her.
Yeah.
That's how much I was, you know.
She's based out in Cardiff.
Yeah, she's in Cardiff. So, but we'll think about that. And then we got to releasing the second album. And the one thing I was certain about was that I didn't want to release more of the same. I didn't want the second Groovy Uncle to be like, Play Something You Know, Part 2.
Yeah.
So I thought, we'll do something different. So maybe what we'll do, I'll ask Susie to just sing half a dozen songs, and I'll sing half a dozen songs. And so you got male and female, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So she came down, recorded, I had 3 or 4 songs for her. We recorded those first, but it became apparent very quickly that it's got to be her record.
Yeah.
So I just said, look, let's make a Susie Chunk record. I'll write you some more songs.
Yeah.
Or dig some other ones out, whatever. And we'll do an album of Susie Chunk. And I thought that's perfect because that is completely different to the first album.
Yeah.
It's not a groovy, you know, the second Groovy Uncle album isn't a Groovy Uncle album, it's a Susie Chunk album.
Yeah.
So it then started to open up a whole different dynamic. Like, and I thought, I can do whatever I want. You know, the Groovy Uncle doesn't exist as a band.
Yeah.
It's just whatever I want it to be. I really like that aspect of it, without being like tied into a kind of a band sound where like, you know, a lot of bands, you get a sound, that's great, you got your sound, but then you've got to, that's what your fans want. Every album, they like it to be or is it going to be like the last one? You know, and I sort of that's great. That's fine if you want to do that, but for us, I just thought just do something different each time. Still rooted in 3-minute pop songs, but and it helps me as a songwriter because writing for a woman is completely different because you're writing stuff in a different key for a start.
Yeah.
So I write the song in my own key so I can sing it, and then I have to
shift it up a bit.
Shift it up, and it's always in weird chords and stuff like that. And so that's different. But also, there just are types of songs that are bloke songs, and some songs that are woman songs. You know, that might sound sexist. I do apologise if anyone's offended. If you've been offended by any of the issues in this programme,
there will be a phone number later.
Yeah, but they're just some you think, no, that's got to be a girl song. That's got to be a song for me. So, you know, that's how that all started.
That was Girl from the Neck Down.
Girl from the Neck Down.
Yeah.
Which came out on vinyl on State Records, and that was in 2012. And that still to date is our best received album. It's still the biggest seller and the one that gets the most play.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah, and it covers lots of different sort of styles. There's a kind of a bossa nova thing. There's forlorn love songs. And
well, I was thinking
different things.
when I did it, I was thinking because when I first heard her voice online, I thought she grew to me. Even though the stuff I heard online was like funk stuff, it was completely different to what I was doing. I thought the quality of her voice, it really reminded me of Dusty Springfield.
Yeah.
Which I told her straight away, and she just laughed and said, "Don't be an idiot." She loves Dusty, you know, but she just thought, "You're talking out your arse," you know. And I went, no, you do. But the thing is, fast forward a few years, we released the album, and everyone's saying she sounds like Dusty Springfield.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I was right then, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so going on now, I thought. You know, what did those Dusty albums have? Because I love those albums, you know. And you think, well, a lot of those albums, those girl group and girl singer albums there'd be a pop song, there'd be a soul song, there'd be a bossa nova, there'd be a quirky song, there'd be a country, you know, whatever. So I thought, let's do one of those albums.
Yeah. Because
you always hear people saying, oh, they don't make records like that anymore. And I just thought, well, why don't we have a go then?
Yeah.
Let's just have a go. We might fall on our faces, but just have a go.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we did.
Yeah.
And the title track, Girl from the Neck Down, was that was the last song I wrote for the album. We'd almost finished it, I needed one more. And I think it was that, and Got My Eyes on the Prize, which was the last two I wrote. And I said, we need a title track, we need a song that is also the title of the album. And it was based on something Susie had said to me when we did a gig in Spain, and we were coming back in the bus, and she said something, and I made some quip about, oh, you sounded just like a girl when you said that. And she said, but I am a girl, but only from the neck down. And I thought, that is a really good album title. I didn't say anything at the time. I thought, I put it away, Girl from the Neck Down, that's a good album title. So I wrote a song, said, how about that as a title? And here's the song. And she went, yeah, I like that. So that polished that up, job done.